So can I become a Russian citizen after studying in this country? Yes you can, yes you can, and yes you cannot. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Joyce Busola for those who are new here, and for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for staying tuned to my channel. Alright guys, in today's video I'm just going to be answering a couple of frequently asked questions that I've received over a couple of weeks. Actually, it's a continuation of the last Q&A video that I had, so let's just say this is a part 2 of the Q&A video. So in today's video I am going to be answering questions relating to work. So can I work as a student here in Russia? Can I get a job after school? Can I get a residency permit? Can I get citizenship? All of those questions, I'm going to be answering them in this video. So sit back, relax, and without further rambling, let's get right into today's video. All right, so the first question is about work permit. So the question was about, can I work as a student in Russia, and if yes, how can I get a working permit or a work permit? So the short answer, yes, you can work as a student here in Russia. The long answer, no, you cannot work. I'm just joking. So yes, you can actually work as a student while studying in Russia. So now there are how do I put this? So now there are 3 parts to this, and I just want to do it this way so that I can break it down for you guys. So you can work as a self-employed person, so that means you can work as an entrepreneur. So it means you're offering a service or you're selling a particular product as a student, right? The second option is going to be if you are working part-time with your university. So I am aware that some universities actually offer part-time jobs to students. So I think these are administrative jobs for the most part, or work in companies that the university is affiliated with, where students can just do part-time work. Now the third option is for you to actually get a proper job, get your employment contract, and then apply for a work permit. So I think it was in 2018 that they brought this rule where you can actually apply for a work permit in your regional immigration office, right, or immigration center in your city, or in your city actually, because that's where you're going to go through the process. So now I did my research, right? So first of all, like I said, it is issued in the regional immigration center in your city. So wherever you are schooling, right, there's going to be an immigration center where immigration processes obviously go on, and you can go there and then tell them you want to apply for a work permit, obviously in Russian language. Please tell them you want to apply for a work permit, and then they are going to give you an application form, right? And you first of all fill that application form. Actually, even before you go to your the immigration office or center and all of that, you first have to have an employment contract. So what this means is that you actually have to have a job already, and that's the tricky part. That's why I said that no, you can't get a job, because let's be honest, I don't think the average Russian would just give a job to an international student or to a foreigner like that. So if you're lucky and you get employment somewhere, let's say you have a particular soft skill that a particular company needs, and then they can give you an employment contract, that's when you can even go about this whole process. So yes, I just wanted to bring that in, that before you even start going to your immigration center to get all these documents, you first have to have an employment contract, because that's like the main requirement actually. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So you need the application form. Once you get your application form, you also need a copy of your passport. So not just your passport now, you also need a copy of the translated version of your passport. So when you're applying for things in Russia, you need the translated copy of your passport. That's because many of them don't understand English language and they just want to go through it in Russian language. So it's very important for you to have these documents. Even if you're not applying for a work permit or something, just try to have the translated copy of your passport, because they just ask for it in many institutions, many organizations, or I don't know, it just happens. I just find that many times I want to apply for something, the first thing they'll ask me is, the translation of my passport. So yeah, that's the second document that you need. You also need a copy of your immigration card. You also need a copy of the receipt of the money that you paid for your work permit. So let me explain. When you want to apply for your work permit, you also have to pay a fee as well. I think as at 2018 it was 3,500 rubles. I don't know how much it is right now because I didn't get any updated information online. So I'm sure when you go to the immigration office, they will tell you that. So once you pay that fee, you'll be given a receipt, and then you are also going to present that receipt when you are trying to get your work permit. You also need a certificate of your HIV negative status. So in this country, they don't joke with HIV negative status. I don't know, like I find recently when I want to apply for something, everybody's just asking for certificate of your negative HIV status, also for tuberculosis, hepatitis B, C, and for syphilis. So you are going to present all of those documents. Lastly, you also need a paper from your school. Not a paper actually, it's a document from your school where they just write that you're a student, just confirming that you're a student of your university, you are studying, and you're expected to finish at whatever time you're meant to finish, something like that. So basically this is the last document that you need. When you get all your documents together, you go back to the immigration office, you submit it, and then you wait for them to call you back for your student work permit. So yeah guys, it's that easy. But then the difficult part is just getting an employment contract. So lucky you that you get an employment contract, right? Then you can start your application process. Without that, you cannot get a work permit. You can just resort to offering a service or selling a product like I mentioned earlier. By the way guys, I am going to do a video with someone very soon, just letting you guys know how to make money as a student in this country and all of that. So you guys should stay tuned for that video. But the second question is about getting a job after graduation in a Russian university. So basically, I'm a fresh graduate, which I would be very soon, from a Russian university. Can I get a job? Can I work immediately after? Whew. You guys, this question is kind of tricky, but I'll give you a short answer. Yes, you can get a job. Yes, you can work. However, it's not a straightforward process. So let me explain what I mean. First of all, I told you previously I just addressed how to get a work permit as an international student. It's a different ball game when you are done working. This is because as a student, your school only gives you a study visa for the duration of your studies. So let me give you guys an example. Let me use myself as an example. Finishing school in June and my visa expires in August. So I have barely 2 more months left in this country to do whatever I want to do. So you guys, the truth is 2 months is probably not enough for you to start looking for a job. And the truth is you can't actually work in this country without a legal resident permit or work permit, right? So that's why I said this is a very tricky question. Yes, you can. If you watched my video where I addressed the issue of staying back to work as a doctor in Russia, I already gave more details about working as a doctor in Russia. But for any other specialty, I would say that first of all, I think what you should be looking out for is how to get your resident permit. The truth is, for many people, while they are studying, it might not be easy for them to get their resident permit. But what you can do, or what most people do, is they stay back for a year or two. Maybe they do a master's program, and in the process, they try to run their residency permit, right? Because that's the only way you can actually work legally in this country. So that's the first step. Like, get your work permit. Then after that, you can start searching for a job. The truth is, I learned, or I did my research, and I found that you can actually get jobs in this country even as a foreigner. That they're always looking for foreigners to fill in different spaces, but you need to have a work permit first or a resident permit. I know that some people actually go back home, try to get a job, right? Then the job sends them an invite and they receive a work visa, and then they can come here to work. So that's also another option. The answer is that yes, you can actually get a job after school as an international graduate of a Russian university. You can actually get a job. So now the third question is about a residency permit in this country or citizenship. So can I become a Russian citizen after studying in this country? Yes, you can. Yes, you can, and yes, you cannot. Okay, let me explain. Yes, you can, but there, as usual, there are processes to it. So I went to do my research on this question, and what I found is that after studying in an accredited Russian university, which I believe almost all their universities, if not all their universities, are accredited. Obviously, it's a state university, so it's probably going to be accredited. So yes, after studying, right, you have to have worked for about a year before you even start applying for citizenship. So what this means is that if you are working in this country, it just means that you have a residence permit as well. So I know that after a couple of years with your resident permit, you can then proceed to apply for citizenship. You guys, I am not a citizen of Russia, so I don't have so much information, but I will direct you to where you can get as much information as possible. I'm going to put all the links in the description box, the immigration site that just gives you all the details on how to get citizenship, how to get a resident permit, and all of that. If I go through the process, of course, I'm going to let you guys know when it's time if I go through the process, but I'm not planning to become a citizen right now, so I don't have so much information on that. So yeah, I hope this answers your question on how to get a job as a student in Russia, how to get a job after school in Russia, and residency permit and citizenship. The summary of this video is that yes, all those things can happen, however you have to go through the right authorities. So what I would advise you to do is to go to the immigration center in your city and just find out all the information that you need. They are your best bet. I am not an official or whatever, I'm just giving you guys a general information based on what I know and based on information that's out there. But you can actually just go and ask questions. You guys, they are not biting you. Just be able to speak or communicate in Russian language and ask them all these questions. I'm sure that they would be very happy to help you. Maybe not happy, but they would be able to help you. Alright guys, that brings me to the end of today's video. I hope this video just gave you the overview of what it means to work as a student, to get a job, and all of that. So don't forget that you should expect a video from me just talking about how to make money as a student in Russia if you cannot get a working permit, how to actually make money legally in this country. But until then, stay blessed, stay safe, stay glowing. Talk to you guys in my next video. Until then, bye. The passport. Who is this one? Alright guys, in today's video I'm just going to be doing so when you're applying for what's for
If you ask you.
So when you're applying for headache good.